Hello, welcome to our third module together. I wanted to give you a couple updates to make sure that everyone was on the same page. When you get into the current week, you'll scroll down to the bottom of the screen, and that is where you will see our assignments for the week. There are just two this week. One is our third discussion, where you're chatting about our links and materials, our videos that you've watched this week. And the other part of the discussion is just sharing where you're at with your child's study check-in. At this point, you should know who you're going to work with and have their permissions, and you're starting to collect that data. Remember, it's not all due to the end of the semester, but I did put for yourself, see, I wrote for your review. It's just above the assignments for this week, where you can reflect on what you have to do before our time is over. So you can review this to see where you're at in the process. I recommend making check marks as you get these things completed. You can see that there will be a total of 16 things due. This is way toward the end of the semester. You're just reflecting on what you've done, what you're going to do next, whether or not you're on track. And again, it's not points against you, but just to make sure you're staying on top of it. And we will see that in your discussion. So that's our discussion this week, along with reviewing our videos and notes related to child development and in particular infants this week. And then this infant toddler lesson plan. I wanted to talk a little bit more about this, but because by the time you're teaching preschool and beyond, the lesson plans can look quite similar. Preschool all the way up through high school and frankly even into college, the lesson plans have a similar template that can work quite well. But when we're talking about infants or toddlers, we know that you're not going to teach a lifespan of the butterfly unit or fairy tales unit necessarily, right? It looks different. But that said, it's more than just feeding and clothing and rocking babies. When you're when you're a teacher for infants and toddlers, you want to be making sure that you're meeting all those developmental domains. So I put a template at the very bottom. We have the discussion assignment, the lesson plan assignment. Here is a template that I find quite useful for infants and toddlers. And so you see, this is something you could post as a teacher as well. You're welcome to make your own. You're welcome to just handwrite in this. You don't have to type it as well. But you could list the upcoming week and what types of materials and things are you going to do during the week for their cognitive development, for their language development, for their social and emotional development, for their fine and gross motor development. So we want to be very purposeful as teachers in terms of what things we have in the environment to help our students. And when we think about infants as well, this could include story time, having conversations. They might be cooing, but you're having a dialogue with them. Music and movement, right? Creative expression. I've certainly seen older infants and toddlers doing some fun activities with finger foods and such, and same with discovering their senses. So this is what you would fill out for this week. It's pretty straightforward week. It gives you lots of time to also focus on continuing with your two bigger projects, the developmental milestones, starting to think about what topic you would like to cover for that, and your long-term your other long-term assignments. Feel free to send me a text or send me an email if you need anything. Keep up the great work, and I look forward to working with you again this week. Bye-bye.